Drake is being sued for stealing yet again, but this time around, the boy might be actually innocent, and we're going to talk about it in this video and discuss exactly what he's been accused of stealing and why I don't think this lawsuit is going to go anywhere, actually. This video right here is the cause of all the drama. So Drake released a visual with his song called What Did I Miss? In the song, Drake is surrounded by hella guns and poolside as he's rapping about how people betrayed him, seemingly talking about this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef and how everybody turned on Drake during the beef. When this video initially got released, a lot of people were pointing out the similarities between Drake's video and the Amerigun campaign. The artist behind the Amerigun photo series is actually Gabriel Galimberto. Now, he would claim that he started this series, as you see right here, where he just takes photos of people with guns. He started it January 26, 2020, exactly 3 years ago, well, from this post right here. Now, he would claim that these photos of mine depicted an aspect of American society and a close relationship it has with firearms, a relationship that in the last 3 years has become even more solidified. Gun sales has increased exponentially during the pandemic, and unfortunately, we often read tragic news related to the spread of these weapons. Uh, right. So that was his purpose of creating the photo series. Now, this right here is probably the most popular photo from the photo series. And this right here is what a lot of people, including myself, would probably say was Drake's inspiration for his What Did I Miss video. I mean, if you watch Drake's video and look at his photo, is eerily similar. And of course, Drake got inspiration from this, okay? But Gabrielle believes even though Drake didn't use his original photo, Drake stole his idea. Drake stole the concept and used it for his music video. And because of that, he believes Drake owes him a check. Now, Gabrielle would even say that the extent in which Drake copies him extends just beyond him stealing a photo idea, but he believed conceptually Drake took some things from his personal life as well. The lawsuit will state without the consent of plaintiff and without his knowledge, defendants, which is Drake, infringed upon his rights by creating an entire music video scene featuring an unauthorized copy of the original work in the infringing video. Now, I've seen lawsuits like this in regards to music, like if somebody steals a particular beat or if they use a similar harmony or if they like reuse your lyrics or they re-sing your song that's very similar to your song. So we've seen it in that regard, and we've seen people lose lawsuits in that regard. But I don't think I've ever seen this in terms of art. Now, and because I've never seen it, this might be a landmark lawsuit, and this might go to case law at some point. Because if somebody drops a picture and then you utilize like similar imagery or you recreate something that looks similar to that particular picture in your music video, are you now liable? He would even have an issue with Drake dropping his music video on July 4th. Defendant's exploitation of plaintiff's original work is particularly troubling for several reasons. The entire theme of the infringing video is premised on plaintiff's The America Guns Project. Tellingly, the infringing video was released on July 4th, 2025, American Independence Day, to add further relevance to the title of plaintiff's The America Guns Project and to imply on information and belief that the infringing video was made in collaboration with the America Guns Project and/or its author. It's not even a discussion on whether or not Drake was inspired by this man's photo. He was, okay? I'm a Drake fan. I'm not gonna lie about that. He was inspired. And did he reach out to work with this dude? Probably not. He seen the idea, stole it, and didn't give homage or credit. That's wrong. But I think what this will come down to, when a judge is deciding whether or not to dismiss this or to take this to trial, will the average person, can a judge reasonably conclude the average person, when they watch Drake music video, assumed or concluded that because Drake dropped on July 4th, he was also a part of the America Gun Project? That'll be the first deciding factor. The second deciding factor is when it comes to photos. If somebody recreated a photo, or if somebody had, let's say, certain elements that was also included in another photo, is that enough for a copyright? Because think about it. If I take a picture or if I take a photo and I drop a photo calendar of myself doing certain poses in my photos. Now, let's say like unique poses, right? Let's just say I do some stuff like this. And then somebody also take a photo and do this. Would that person now also owe me a check? This is why this is going to be case law. Because based on this lawsuit, we would now begin to know what is the rules in terms of copyright. I don't think, from my perspective, I don't think that this will go past the fair use exception. I don't think a judge would take this to trial. I think this would get like dismissed pretty early. It gets worse though. He will continue and he will say Drake didn't just only copy the picture. No, but Drake actually is copying his life story. So he will say defendant Aubrey Drake Graham is professionally known for implying hidden meanings in his lyrics and audiovisual works meant to accompany his music. On information and belief, defendant Graham also selected to affiliate himself with plaintiff's original work for an additional reason. Namely, that plaintiff was publicly vilified for his role in a controversial Balenciaga advertisement involving false allegations of glorifying pedo. Y'all remember when Balenciaga was was going through that whole weird movement where people were accusing him of being pedos over like a couple weird photographs and pictures they put kids in, right? Like they had kids promoting some weird stuff, okay? Well, plaintiff, right? Apparently he was a part of that entire campaign. So he claims Drake knows this and Drake is trying to copy his story. Plaintiff was ultimately publicly vindicated in a defamation lawsuit abroad related to the false accusations arising from the Balenciaga advertisement. During the initial Balenciaga scandal, media articles, websites, posts, and news segments would display plaintiff's photographs from the Ameriguns project alongside photos from the Balenciaga ad. Given Kendrick Lamar's directed lyrics at calling defendant Graham a pedo and defendant Graham's now dismissed defamation lawsuit on information and belief, Drake sought to imply that just like Gabriella, he would also be publicly exonerated at some point too. Now, listen, I'll be real, bro. I think you adding too much spice, homie. All right, I think you think you're a little bit more important than what you really are, bro. Like Drake copied the picture for sure, for sure. Thinking that Drake knew your life story is crazy. You could also tell that this dude don't respect hip hop music at all. Like he looks down upon hip hop music and Drake in general. Or I don't know if it's Drake specifically or if it's hip hop, because one of the other reasons why he would say he's entitled to damages, he would claim that his work or Drake kind of copying his work or like imitating it and then dropping on July 4th to make people think that he was a part of the Amerigun project, which I think that July 4th thing is a stretch. I don't think Drake dropped on July 4th to make people think that he was linked to your project, right? I feel like Drake was trying to get off some theft, right? That's what I feel like, man. I feel like Drake seen your work, thought it was an amazing work, and tried to steal the concept for himself to make people think that he was this this visual genius. I don't think Drake wanted anybody to know, right? That he copied your work, buddy. But this dude will say that Drake even imitating his work and associating him with Drake's at all is would actually damage his reputation and have caused reputational damages because he's a very serious guy. People even thinking that he's associated with Drake is damaging. Has Drake fallen from grace this far? There used to be a point in time where being shouted out by Drake, where being linked to anything Drake was actually a great honor and could really substantially boost your career. This dude says, nada, okay? Now, he would write, plaintiff is a serious professional addressing serious themes. His work hangs in galleries, museums. You see how they look at hip-hop? This man said, man, I'm in galleries, I'm in museums, right? I'm in serious print literature, and my career depends upon the respect and admiration of dealers, collectors, and critics of contemporary documentary art. Nah, this is racist, bruh. This is racist, bruh. By the forced and authorized association of his work with the infringing video, the integrity of his work and reputation as a photographer has been damaged. This man said, bruh, I'm in museums, I'm in galleries, I'm in serious print literature. Me being linked to a hip hop video, that could cost me my respect and admiration in this industry, bro. All them country white folks, right, who's using my work, right? All them, I don't know, right? Good old Southern folk, man, they won't see me link with no black man doing no hip hop music video, bro. And he will say, accordingly as set forth more fully below, plaintiffs seek damages and equitable relief for direct, contributory, and vicarious copyright infringement arising from the creation and unlawful use of a substantially similar copy of his original work in violation of the United States Copyright Act. Mr. Gabriella will say that he was alerted to the misuse of his original work in Drake's music video by acquaintances who were surprised to see what they assumed to be his willing participation. He will say that he has suffered. Man, I don't know if this is like literally just gassing up this lawsuit or if bro really believes that being associated with black culture is gonna ruin his image because he is an Italian citizen, and you know how people get down over there. Drake said, well, not Drake, but like Gabrielle, the plaintiff says he has suffered and continues to suffer from the infringing activities of the defendant, including without limitation from defendants usurping of plaintiff's rights to control the publication and commercial use of the original work, defendants' failure to pay any licensing fees commensurate with the value of their video and promotional use of the original work and or its unauthorized copies, and defendants' failure to account for or disgorge the profits directly and indirectly attributed to their misconduct. In addition, defendants' actions have caused significant harm to plaintiffs in the original work, thereby significantly damaging the value of the original work and all of the plaintiff's other work and the value of any licenses for his photography in the relevant markets. I would advise Drake not to settle this lawsuit because this is case law. Depending on how this particular lawsuit goes, we will now know what the standard is moving forward. Like if I take a picture, I don't know, at Dorney Park, and then I edit a picture with certain colors. If somebody also take a picture at another amusement park and use similar editing and colors, can I now sue them? So I want to know the result of this lawsuit. So I would advise Drake don't settle. But I don't know, man. I think dude claiming that that his work and other works have suffered immense damages because he's been associated or linked to Drake is kind of crazy. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Do y'all believe it? Do y'all believe that being associated with Drake, or people thinking that he and Drake collabed on the American Gun Project? Do you believe that he has suffered reputational damage because of it, and this has caused people not to value his other works? Let me know, okay? And if you're still watching this video and want to see another good video, then click on this video right here somewhere on my screen to find out why these LA Crips just banned this particular YouTuber from working in the city again after he did this. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. If you need help on how to grow on YouTube, links is in my description, okay? I'm gonna see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.